Do monsters have mamas and papas?
Nice tune.
Oh?
Race no fuss! Water no wine! Prepare to witness wonders!
Greetings.
What do you have on? What do you have on offer? Farewell.
Good luck on the pub.
Another murder by the horrid beast! Milton the Peyrac Peyron falls victim to his own cowardice! Beauclair has struck again! Citizens, beware of the beast! Turn your trembling hearts to the good book! You will...
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
Never ever trust a woman, remember that?
Welcome, Snow White. Wish...
Mind if I glance? See ya.
Aye, and pigs can fly.
The days pass. The pile of work remains the same.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Faulty. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Courvobianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who...
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told,
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it...
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary... Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from...
Mind giving me a little tour de Courvobianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be... Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to Major Domo, she dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
A bushel of grapes is more a burden than that steel of yours.
The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays. Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
The book of lust is hard and girthy. No one can breathe.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Was once hairdresser to the Duchess.
When I tell my man, he'll be utterly...
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda. Monsieur Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
If my lips don't stink of wine, my wife won't know they're mine.
What do you get for all that work? A crook in your back?
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach. The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
I've a daughter, you know. She's fit to wed. Oh, so fit.
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True.
though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Cofobianco is a beautiful estate. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification...
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling. Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this.
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once... Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display...
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew. Highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long, I wager. 2 days after they begin. Is there anything else you require, sir?
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more... useful.
Oh, yes! We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to...
In my trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Then send out for one, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. I believe you shall be Will you be needing anything else, sir?
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables.
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
That's all for now, BB. Thanks.
Scrub off. You'll soon need it.
Go up to any knight and shout, "The beast!" You'll smell the soiled armor at once.
And what do you get for all that work? A crook in your back once you're on in here.